So then, hello and welcome to a little guide. In this guide today, I'm gonna explain to you the one role in a fleet, also in a bigger fleet that you can call like the damage dealing role, damage, or if you're a bit longer in the game, F1 pusher. In EVE Online, your ships that are dealing damage are in most of the times are also the tanks. Especially in big fleet fights or in bigger fleets. This guide is about being a fleet member in fleets where you usually have anchors like a damage anchor and a logi anchor and stuff like that, where you can only focusing on pressing on the weapons and only focus to have your hardener on and to manage your cap. Further ado, let's get started. I'm going usually everything around it, and then I'm going everything around the thing, like your setup, your windows, and whatever. Your setup, your windows, and then I'll be going a bit into details, and I'm showing usually some examples from my past EVE life. So then let's get started. One important thing is in fleet fights, the FC is telling you to shoot a target, and he is also broadcasting you the target. When you joined a fleet, you have this little window showing up. For a fleet fight, the broadcast history is really, really important. You can find it here, and there you also can see, for example, if someone is broadcasting stuff, warp to align to broadcast target, for example, and whatever. Like you can see it then here. And the cool thing is then that you can just lock it up by just holding Control and then click in here and then, for example, press F1. And then you can just immediately start shooting the target. And if there's another target, then you can lock that up as well. Also just you hold lock target and then you click on that as well, and you're shooting the first target over here with your guns, and then you go to the next target. And your FC is usually calling primary, for example, would be the Northern Keepstar. Secondary would be that Heron, so you would just hold Control and then click on the Heron, for example. I can't click on the Heron at the moment because it's invulnerable because it has tether. So this is how it usually would go. I'm gonna show you the example. How to set up your broadcast settings, like how to get into that window. First of all, you can, I'm just shortly disabling the light background. First of all, you click on those three little dots. And then you see this little window. It will look like, 1 second, I just have to click it away. Then you have to close it again for whatever reason. And then you open it again here under Broadcast Settings. It will look like this. What you're gonna do is you show you give those things colors. The important thing for damage dudes is going to be broadcast targets. You have to give it the red number, and as you can see when I reopen it again, I don't know why CCP fucked it up. I don't know. And then you see here the red color. If I would give it, for example, the blue color, then it would change, as you can see here. My personal recommendation is have a naming scheme, have your own one. I just go with pretty standard reds are targets and reds are targets, and I'm going to shoot them. I still have everything else is yeah, really I still have everything else is on. If I'm purely flying DPS though, and DPS ship, I'm usually disabling need shield and need capacitor. The reason is pretty simple, as you can see it here. For example, 1 second, I just gave out the color, for example, as you can hear, and then, for example, Logi have also armor broadcasts on, and then, yeah, have fun if something like that is coming in. Or if someone needs a capacitor, for example, then, yeah. And then in the meantime, FC shooting is calling targets like primaries, and then you see it like this in a fleet fight. So I would personally recommend when you are flying a DPS ship, put the other stuff out so that you don't see it. For example, this and this, for example. This thingy I would also disable, but then you don't see if someone is broadcasting for shield, because for whatever reason you don't need it. Like here, for example, you don't see it. If I would now put it back on, then you would see it again. You can also clear the broadcast history. So if you are a DPS ship, I would clear it like completely. Also for final thing, I would disable need armor, need shield, and need capacitor, and would just purely focus on that. Also, so it's gonna look like this. For Logis, for example, they have the opposite. They have need armor, need capacitor, need shield, but they don't want to see targets. If you are a really good pilot, you can have everything on, but I wouldn't recommend it. Broadcasting is also a really, really fast way. My personal settings. You can customize hotkeys. I have that is also a really important way to broadcast faster. Also if you see it here, again, for example, if I need shield, I'm not pressing like it over here because it would take too much time. I have it on a shortcut. The shortcut you can customize here. 1 second, I'm making that back again. The broadcast customization you can find here. It's under shortcuts and then navigation. Also you're just opening your settings. It will look like this. You go to shortcuts and then you go to navigation. And then I have A for armor, S for shield. It's just in my brain. Yeah. In big fleets, you also like tie-dye fleets of Doom, you don't speak up. Like, but in our mid-size comms, you can also speak up. But then also broadcast, it's really important. Yeah, so like Wotan needs reps. Then, also you see me here that I'm broadcasting. Then, yeah, you can also tell that. But then also broadcast, obviously, like Wotan needs reps. And also usually one-time broadcasting is okay. Like don't flood it like this, and also don't broadcast for smart bomb and smart bomb damage and bomb damage. That is also really important. If you're getting damage from out of nowhere, not even enemies and stuff like that, then you are getting smart bombed. You see a ship shining, or you see something decloaking, they're throwing a bomb. Only broadcast them if you are at like 40% or 50% shield. That's about broadcast settings. Another thing is the watchlist. Usually you have anchors in the fleet. They putting usually Ace up. Sometimes they are mentioned in the MOTD, or they just putting Ace in fleet chat. Just saying normal damage anchors, the guy you're anchoring on. There's also something called LA. That's the Logi anchor. Don't anchor on him, you anchor on the damage anchor. Because you are the front line, you are also the tank of the fleet. You can say if there would be a boss fight, you are kinda damage dealing and tanking class at the front, and your healer are in the back line. Module management. It's the same as with broadcast settings. Try to get into hotkeys. I personally try to get to learn hotkeys because things are going faster. You can, for example, put your modules on certain slots, and then you can give them. Where was it? Yeah. You can also customize the slots. I have personally my slots on 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see down here, it is my personal preference because I have really small hands. If you have big hands, with you can go just with F1, F2, F3. But I just customized it, and I'm far better when doing that. So with modules, you know, you're locking something, you're doing it faster. For example, I have my micro warp drive on 3, and if I would, for example, if it would call it an anchor up prop mods on, or as soon as you land anchor up prop mods on, I would spam in the watch list, as you I will show that in the example video. Right click, approach, and then you can just press 3 in my case. And then just anchor on him, and then focusing on targets or whatever in the overview. And then you can just, if your FC is telling you prop mods on and then prop mods off, you can just press 3. What also comes in handy is if you have control and you click on the module, yeah, you can start heating. The advanced stuff would be if you press, what was it? For example, press Control and then 2, for example, then you could start overload the rack, for example, if it's need to, but this is some advanced stuff. I would personally just have select target thingy and then just click the module to heat. That's a good way to start it. Heating is increasing the performance of your module, but you have to be careful. Heating is also damaging the module, so don't burn out your guns or something like that. Better to have a working module than a burnt out module. I always like that. Also, for example, I can just burn out my micro drive very, very, very quickly. It's gonna take a while though. Then let's just also let the multi-spec running so it goes faster. As you can see here, the heat is going up. It's building up really fast, and I have thermodynamics on 5. And then you see here, that's the heat damage. and then it's starting kicking in. Heating is increasing the performance of your modules. It's really, 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 really strong. I can personally recommend it. I will also show an example where I'm saving my ass. Because when you are heating too much, then you're burning out your stuff. It's gonna take a while because I have thermodynamics on 5. Get the thermodynamics skill up. That's also really, really important. Get it to 4 and that one day to 5. As you can see here. Come on. Burn out your mod. And by the way, heat damage is also damaging the other modules around. Because if your modules are burned out, you can't use them. And then you have to dock in the keepster or whatever structure, and then you have to repair them. And also one important tip about repairing the modules is you have to open your fitting window. And then, also first of all, you click on get repair quote. Now they are all repaired. And then you have to turn them on in the fitting window manually. If not, the module is offline and then you have to online it outside and then it's nuking your cap. So please make sure to reactivate those modules inside the station before you're undocking. Also, one general question to cover in advance about module management and whatever. You activate the hardener when the enemy fleet is showing up on grid. I'm showing that in an example, but if they are like on the unsublex gate and we would undock, you don't need to activate it. But if they would warp into fighting distance, for example, like if it would be nightmares or whatever, then you could just, or we would start the fight over there. And there would be the enemies landing or whatever. I would just then start to have the hardener activated. Because otherwise you're wasting a lot of hit points, and your FC is telling you to prop on and prop off and which target to shoot, but have that hardener activated as soon as the fight is starting. Also if they would warping from here over there, for example, and they would landing, then I would activate the hardener straight away. Sometimes your FC is telling you if there would be bombers decloaking, he would tell you to have your hardeners on. And whatever. So, yeah. That's the question about hardeners. Hardeners are completely on your own unless told exception, and have them, make them on when a fight is starting. You will get the experience and knowledge when the fight is starting. It's just when the enemy fleet is landing in fighting distance. Sometimes you also have Ewar mods in the mid slots. Your FC is going to tell you spread the TDs, or then you would just click on a random target in your overview, some enemy ships. If there would be full of enemy ships, you just choose a random name. Never choose the up one or down one. Just choose something in the middle and put your target tracking disruptor, your damp, or whatever your utility mid slot is, also your Ewar thing, on top of the enemy. Target painters, though, are an exception. They go on primaries. Sometimes your FC is telling you spread your Ewar, also like TD closest to your name. What you do is in your overview, if there's a lot of enemies, they have names. My name, for example, is Wotan Botan. Then I would try to lock up something that is close to my name. There's no written rule, just have something close. Like, it doesn't matter if it's 2 letters away or 3 letters away from your name. Just sort it by name and then show something close to your name. It's a measurement to make sure that the Ewar is kind of spread okay-ish. So, all good. And you would just lock that target, not the primary, like TDs on primary. Yeah, if the primary is getting shot and dead, then it doesn't matter if it would have like 10 or 20 kilometer or more range. If it would be an enemy ship though, like from not the primary, and that would have less range and would be able to track you or hit you at full damage, then it makes a difference. But don't put like TDs, dams, ECM, everything besides target painter goes to random targets in fleet. ECM preferably on Logi if you can, also on healing cruisers. But yeah, target painters, because they are increasing signatures, there it matters if they are landing on the primary. Yeah, that's basically the theory. I'm gonna show you an example of where I'm broadcasting for damage, and then I'm showing you 2 fleet fights with comms. Then see you later in the cut. So this is like a fight from my times in wait a second. Just wait a second. Yeah, sorry, I had to do it that way because when I pressed the button, it changed a bit the video timestamp. Long story short, there's an enemy fleet. I was in Winter Coalition on the Evil Fraternity side. The gameplay is really, really old, but it does show on how to broadcast properly. I have also a separate guide on it in detail, but it does show like what I told you. Of the
Take fleet warp, guys, take fleet warp, take fleet warp. I need bubble on them. K-Tac, get bubble on them now.
Also like with the broadcast settings, with putting the hardeners on and also heating the hardeners. I'm just showing you some example, and also with some fleet comms. I will just stop.
I need tackle, 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 I need tackle.
Scram a buzzy, grab a buzzy, grab a buzzy, grab a buzzy.
And for example, now we landing on here, and now I activated the hardeners already to increase my tank.
Tempest is primary, guys. Kill this guy, kill this guy, kill this guy.
For example, I'm flying here Logi, so I can ignore those broadcasts.
Props on, anchor up, props on, anchor up. Secondary is ANT. Secondary is ANT. Secondary is ANT.
And then, for example, you see here, that's usually an indicator. If someone is target painting you, and if it's preferably the enemy FC, then you can actually start already broadcasting for shield reps. I would just wait 1 or 2 maybe more seconds, because if you see more and more yellow boxes, but if you would now broadcast for Fingy, it would be fine.
Primary is ANT.
Also especially now you see a lot of people are now yellow boxing me, and now I would activate. Also now I would broadcast for shield reps, as you can see
Secondary
here.
Is B.
And you see here my broadcast. Because I'm stopping the video, it looks like I'm a bit slow, but I'm actually pretty fast, as you can see here. Also
Props on,
okay.
anchor up, props on, anchor up. Secondary is ANT. Secondary is ANT. Secondary is ANT. Primary is ANT. Secondary is BLA. Props on, anchor up, guys. Props on, anchor up. Let's go.
And you see me here now. The thing is, I didn't record the mode cursor. I clicked here on turning on the hardeners.
Primary is ANT. Primary is.
And as you can see here, bam, this is a lot of damage. Those are dark side Nagas. I think in thorium or antimatter range or whatever. So it's
ANT.
insane.
Switch to.
And now I'm heating.
I need tackle, guys. I need tackle.
Now I'm heating the hardeners.
BLA's primary. Switch to BL.
And I also tried to keep the executioner alive. And they tried it with me, and I was surviving because I was fast broadcasting. I read the signs and saw it like and just letting the thingy in the background running. So you have some and you heard it, for example, people were speaking up like reps on Montrax. For example, it's always a good indicator for the logi like to speak up, you know. It's an additional like, okay, I need reps. No, dudes.
Uranium guys.
Secondary is AL. Secondary is ALX.
And the Nagas are now burning a bit further away, which is reducing their range.
Primary.
And I'm also now fully pumping with reps. I stopped heating my hardeners to spare some heat. Maybe to put it on the repairs, because if they retry it again. And yeah.
Alright, switch to AND. Switch to AND. They're warping. Damn.
Grab tackle on that Hugin.
Get the Hugin. Get the Hugin. I need tackle on that Hugin. I need tackle on that Hugin. He's gone. Alright, drop bubble. Drop bubble. Drop bubble. Did we lose anybody? Did we lose anybody?
The thing is, on the scimitar, you have to be have Logic Cruiser on 5, and you have to manage your cap. You see me running out of cap when you used all 4 repairs. I was a bit panicked. I was a bit under adrenaline in that moment. This is like before my snuffed and Volta times, and yeah, just saying like. But this is like how I started, and yeah. It's just such a good situation to show that as an example. Then let's go to the next fleet fight. As you can see here, when I pressed the undo record button, it's just
1 second.
pushing me. This is from my snuff times. I was dual boxing. We were just out for Rome. That was something I actually also want to do with you guys. So.
Yeah.
And I also want people to dual box Dictor alts if you can.
Where the fuck is GPT?
Yeah, also good question, Adisha. I'm just cutting forward. Also you see me switching also angles, and
this
also
guy's secondary burners. This guy's
and also like starting to press F1.
Are we doing 9 or?
No. I will broadcast. Shoot that guy. Shoot. Heat immediately. Don't put your sensor dams on that faggot.
As soon as we.
Also just here, you know, sensor dams, we just had dams. This is the utility mid slot I talked about. You will just put it on a random name.
See any other Guardian dam pick, guys. Any other Guardian.
They're there.
This guy's secondary. I'll burn us in a bit, okay?
I think we had, what script is it? I think that's a scan resolution script. The reason is for scan resolution script versus Guardians, just to have a few trivia, is when you slow down their lockup speed with the scan resolution script, also this is what it's doing, a Guardian is slower locking, so in combination with the reaction time of the pilot, then the slowed down lockup time, and at the end of the cycle landing reps. Armor reps are landing at the end of the cycle. Shield reps are landing at the beginning of the cycle, as you have seen in the example before, which makes it a bit stronger and more effective on to damp with scan resolution script Guardians.
I'll burn us in a little bit. Shoot crumbs.
Still want heat?
Yeah.
And here, as you can hear it, if Adisha is telling you I'm burning us into it, then you also put your prop mods on.
You can heat. Brooder is secondary. Brooder
Props
is secondary.
on, guys. Props on.
No, props off. Stop telling people what to do. Props off.
Ah, okay. Just
Tertiary is up.
Yeah, okay, he was just slow.
Keep heating.
I'm a retard.
Okay, Brooder now.
And you saw me here, I just picked up a random Guardian and just put my utilities mid on him.
The jamming logic?
This is our auto-targeting device to increase more targets lockable.
No.
With what?
ECM.
Okay. How are we doing?
Fine for now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Feel us now. Props on 1 cycle.
And as you can see here,
Do you want to
like I'm using
With what?
ECM.
the hotkeys.
Okay. How are we doing?
Like properly, this is my
Fine
mouse
for now.
cursor.
Okay.
I should have put the hardeners earlier on though.
Okay.
That's,
Feel us now. Props on 1 cycle.
do you want to use our jamming drones on the guards as well?
Yes. No. We're breaking them. Secondary is up.
There's some tornadoes with them. Maybe shoot them.
And there's also like FC is telling you sometimes 1 cycle you prop because the DNIs aren't cap stable. And that's why you kinda props on, prop off, prop on, props off, you know? Like, and then you're burning a bit in, then you're burning a bit out.
Secondary is up.
Their armor links are landing now in
Okay.
TWJ.
Rep of Rasari, please.
Yes.
Getting targeted.
And as you
Props
can
on
see,
1 cycle.
and as you can see, I'm just holding control and locking up
cycle only?
the targets that
We're
are
gonna
getting
ram through this guy's ADC.
broadcasted. Sometimes FC is telling you to lock up this dude, like shoot, stab, lock up Tom Solar. That doesn't mean that you shoot this dude. Never. Like you just stay on the primary till it's dead.
Don't worry. Keep just shooting them with your fucking Stormbringers. Just go ham. Okay, shoot that NATO.
New target.
Doctor in Oneros is secondary. Yip is tertiary.
Anyone taking damage?
Okay, Doctor
Yes.
now.
We're started taking damage.
How are we doing with our
They should
Stormbringers? I
they-
don't see
they-
damage
they
going
should
on
be
them
well.
with Stormbringers. Focus fire. Doctor in Oneros.
Make sure you're still damping a Logi, guys.
Props on 1 cycle.
Reps
Yip
on
man
DG.
now.
Reps on
Yip
DG.
man now.
Also as you can,
Actually, do we need? Yeah, we'll take away 1 more guard.
Do you want small
Their
bombs?
domination
Shoot Yip man. Yes, fucking smart bomb these fucking drones off us. See where the drones are and fucking smart bomb them. Jesus Christ. Shoot Yip.
yeah,
Lock up
pilots
board.
should have brain if recons have smart bomb fitted, and they should actually start doing it on their own. Like to
Guardian.
smart bomb off those drones. This is really
Lock up
important.
board. He's in his ADC at the moment and we'll ram through this guy.
That's the last Guardian.
Is it? Fuck.
Yes.
Fuck it then. We'll shoot DPS. Secondary is up. Why is this guy tanking so long?
There we go.
Reactive.
Do we want to do just blitz some tornadoes?
Get bubbles,
No.
get bubbles,
Get bubbles. Go. Warp down now. Warp down now with Dictors.
Oh!
Bubbles.
10 seconds reloading, fuck my life.
Come on.
They went towards the Anam, I'm gonna go bubble them there.
Okay. Which nom?
665.
LIY.
I
LIY.
got the
Sacri,
domination.
come Sacri.
I got the domination.
Align. Kill this Sacri first. Then
You can't broadcast 6, by the way. You have to do it on your own, either with the probe scanner. You hear the name, or if you see it, just align.
Guardian, then the fucking Brutix, then the Damnation.
Navy pointed. Reps on field, please.
They warp to 100.
Okay.
So
My Dictor is about
They
to land.
might come back to us.
What is this MGD here? Whoa!
You okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Did the Damnation get out?
They're warping to the
He jumped gate.
I bubbled 3 of them.
On the
Yes,
other
yes.
side?
Anam. Yeah.
W up. Drones in.
To captain, no.
Warping.
Also, just saying W up is for an Dictor alt or whatever that bubbled something W's, and then the FC can initiate the fleet warp, or he's telling you that you should warp to the W's.
We're finishing off this. Okay, you made the gate, whatever. Take the warp.
But yeah, that was, by the way, the DNI magic. I want you to have if you don't have much numbers or whatever, you can still do some brutal damage.
Bubble them again.
Keep following, yeah.
Fuck these faggots.
Don't MGT.
You're gonna also hear me then a lot of throwing gamer bursts around.
You will not
have range. Shoot F. Shut up, guys. Shoot alphabetically. Shoot alphabetically.
They ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. I think I also was just shooting something.
Don't worry about that.
Guys, burn out of bubbles towards
I was A, B, C, D, E. Oh, okay, alphabet, you know. Alphabet strong.
You can use your drones. Burn out of bubbles towards TWJ.
Here, for example, I took some damage from Easy Diggler. It was my own dude.
Alphabetically as well. Do not.
Because of Stormbringers, and sometimes they're hitting you with the chain and whatever, and that's or smart bombs. Just showing a bit.
Focus your fire.
Was it a smart bomb or no? It was the lightning chain of a Stormbringer. So if you're getting damage,
Burn out of bubbles towards TWJ.
Don't broadcast like something.
Web alphabetically.
Straight away. The next fight was where you is here. You see me also dual boxing in that fight. Just saying, I know this fight in my mind. It was late, really, really, really late, and I wasn't on point. Also, I actually remember it. I was a bit sick. That's why you see me a lot of module clicking and whatever. It wasn't
props off.
My prime, but it showed some nice stuff.
Here we go. Here we go. Props on. Props on. Props on.
So wait a second. Is it actually?
No, it was close on the BNI.
Kill the pulse.
Yeah, they were just undocking some brutixes. Here at the beginning, for example, I had info links. I had info links on my Brutix Navy issue, and when you see the fight is starting, also when the fight is starting, then you can activate also the links. Really important is when you are landing or landed at 0 and everyone is standing still, don't activate them, just when moving.
What the fuck are they doing? Up.
And
clearly feeding.
And up.
We were just a bit surprised about it. There wasn't any logi or whatever. Like the actual fight is starting over here. We're just mopping up some stuff. It was just like a kitchen sink, whatever. Also not kitchen sink, but it was just Brutix and without any coordination, like, they're shooting the answer flags. Let's undock, like. The actual response, you're gonna see here. Just putting us a bit forward and...
so far there.
It's fine.
Is it us spiking now?
Yes.
They just yellow boxing.
I'm noticing planet now.
I am decloaking now.
Also, as you can see here, I'm just...
On your drag?
Yeah, on the bubble, but they're only 10 km away.
Okay.
And here you see me, I bubbled the gate on the other side and they landing in the drag bubble.
Guys, jump.
Only 17 serves so far there.
It's fine.
And we are just jumping into them. The Cerberuses are perfectly tanked against our Brutix Navy issues because of their profile, like kinetic, thermal, natural. Is
now?
Yes.
They just yellow boxing.
I'm noticing planet now.
I am decloaking now.
And By the way, those were the times with heavy missiles. Serbs, not hams. They have way
This will
more.
be our primary.
They do their full damage also at range.
Are we anchoring?
Everyone decloak now, anchor up. Everyone decloak now, anchor up.
Also as you hear,
Links
anchor.
up, links up, links up, links up, links up.
When you decloak on the gate, just activate your prop mod immediately. It's just yeah. It's a bit like because you are spread it out in the bubble, like 12 kilometer around the gate, and you actually want to go fast on top of your anchor.
They're jumping.
Fuck my life. Okay.
Or at least one did.
So the stuff is landing.
Yeah.
Kill that Serp. Kill that Serp. Kill that Serp.
too. De Clément, point de Clément.
Broadcast it.
And because because the fight is now starting, I activated the info links as well.
2 Claymores.
Okay.
Reps on top.
Yeah, they're
reps
anchoring.
on top. They're aggroing. Reps on top.
Okay. Let's go for the.
I just decided if you are dual boxing and whatever, like I just decided in this situation to go through the gate because if they come to the idea I'm staying relatively close, they would just instant kill me. I'm out of lottery rep range and already damaged, so they would just alpha me off grid. That's why I decided to go through.
Go this scythe.
Through the gate. Maybe I should have bubbled them here, but it was just in the heat of the battle. But to be honest, like, yeah, it's whatever.
Then that Simi.
And as you can see here, it's horrible pushing of modules, but it's okay.
Alex.
If it's late and whatever, I'm happy if you are guys already doing it and having stuff, and you get better from time to time. So
Drones out, drones out. Lap the Yugen, heat on the Yugen, heat on the Yugen.
And here, the best thing you can do as a dictator alt, for example, is to bubble the way the fleet is flying.
I'm gonna bushing us. Bushing
Reps on Rosari, please.
And the cool thing is they don't have any scrams on grid, so I could bubble.
Okay,
And this is, for example, a prime example of a bushing alt. Why I'm also recommending get Dictor and bushing alts all the time is he's Umbre was the pilot who is bushing them. He's an absolute godlike game changer because they are now all out of range, and this is what is left on grid. And as you can see here, there's no fucking lottery. Their whole lottery thing, except one scimitar, was pushed away, so we can now killing stuff. So that was like a godlike move.
Excellent. Heat. Kill this. Okay, ignore the Simi. Go for Ben. Go for Ben Smite.
And here I should
Ben's
have.
getting out of range. I think. No.
No, he's not.
Here I decided to bring my Dictor alt out again.
Our broadcaster server that is just among us.
I should have now switched like to my main already back.
Dying.
After that we go for that Serp. PT. Finish off that Yugen. We webs on that Simi.
And like this is like like the game changer. Like it's so fucking strong if you have a good bushing alt.
Alex, we're too far. You need to
Swap to that Simi. Yeah, Alex, stay in fucking rep range. Swap to the Simi.
They're running away. They start busting.
Okay, bubble. Kill that Simi next. Tackle Claymore. Tackle Claymores.
Rosari will tackle Kite.
I have 8 points.
That Simi next. I'm burning us back in. Kill Synergy, then Insum.
Alisari broadcast.
And if you're warping off with the Dictor, just press reload in the bubbles.
Then back do. Kill Synergy, then back do.
Brutics are jumping into us.
That's fine.
Fuck.
And then, for example, we just managed, even though we are outnumbered through intelligent Dictor play, through outmoving them, we've managed to separate them a bit. And this is like, we managed to mop up the Serb fleet thanks to dictors and plays and whatever. And now the Brutixes are jumping into us.
Kill back to now?
And with this one godlike push,
Kill back to?
it enabled so much of on play.
Props off for now,
And
save your cap.
like literally, bring Dictor Busha out.
Claymore.
Okay, we're going towards the Claymore, of Kate. Kill that Brutix that is close, and then the Claymore.
Here, for example, I should have switched to my main
Broadcast
back
the Claymore,
again.
please.
Also, I recommend is have the same broadcast settings and hotkeys also for your ult.
Logic heat reps on Alyssa. Try to pull him up.
He's gone.
Alex,
Going back into anti-meta range, guys. Kill Jock in the Brutix.
And here, for example, I have like I was a bit out of range for my anchor, but I still have thorium loaded, so it's still a mistake that I'm not on my anchor because I haven't seen it, but it's okay. It's not okay, but it's at least not that bad because I have still thorium loaded. Yeah.
Going for
Claymore's
Storm
gonna
and
jump,
Argent.
I think.
Can
you push the Claymore?
Just fucking heat on the Claymore. Just heat. Heat.
I'm too far.
Satoshi is secondary.
And
Heats on the Claymore.
Blue one.
We lost
Yeah,
What did we
my logic
lose?
got jammed. My logic got jammed.
fuck's sake.
Brutix.
I have point to Victor.
Arget is secondary.
Who's being shot now?
Alex, what are you doing?
Fuck's sake, Logi, anchor on top.
What is fucking happening?
He's burning us outside of rep range.
Like, Alex, fix your fucking brain. Gandalf is primary.
bring the fucking brain, yeah.
Dominate, please.
There's someone didn't know that Basilisk and Guardians have a different rep range.
Elena is secondary. Elena is...
Basilisk have a way closer rep range, up to 30 kilometer optimal. Guardians have 57 of optimal rep range. And if you're going beyond or behind a bit, it's making a huge difference.
I'm cool.
So, and always think like shouting in fleets is fine, but after the fleet we are friends. Except you're doing the same mistake over and over again, then we are not friends anymore. To say it that way. If you're being a retard, I'm starting to dislike you. All good.
Can I kill the flag catcher quick?
So learn from it.
And then I'm scramming the Brutixes.
Okay.
Then
Victor, then the flycatcher.
But
then Kinea.
I'm burning 4 points with Max, so please
here
rep me.
Here because they shooting me and I was a bit low on health. I decided to whop off the Dictor because burning into a straight line would made track me easily, so I decided to reposition on the grid. Also if I would now turning in like to bubble them, like I would just die. That doesn't mean that you're not supposed to save you at every seconds and stuff like that, play ultra defensive, but in that situation it was like just my...
What did we lose, by the way?
1 BNI.
And a flag catcher.
Okay,
We were hardcore outside.
Secondary?
I have
Reps on Rosari.
I have point to Celtilus.
Locking you now.
I'm burning us into anti-meta range of these Brutixes now.
Yeah.
Sandy, them Psycho.
And now it's just on mop up actually.
And with you on, please.
We're fine, don't panic. Like, we're in good rep range.
Secondary is Telios.
Good bush Umbra, my fellow baguette soldier. So I'm happy.
My secondary is up.
Toros needs reps. Here, for example, if you say my Dictor needs reps, but if it's wrong, but if you just say then, okay, yeah, Taurus, that's me. Like, it's completely fine.
Props off now, you can props off now.
And by the way, the Adisha isn't sitting in a command channel, he's just sitting with the dudes in the fleet. And
there's still 20 serps on scan.
and I just want you to show with the whole thingy here where the journey is going. I want us to be able to do this, what you see now here, and the ISK thingy you put on the field is not that high, and BNI is costing 200 million, and the Dictor alt is just costing 100 million with Shadow Ultimatum prices, and so
that's fine.
And the rest is learning by doing, and this is where I want to go on.
That's the one.
Preferably on daily basis.
It's the monitor of the gate.
But yeah.
Where is he?
Yes.
Monitor of the gate.
Not the.
I'm gonna go for him.
Just scram him. Scram him.
Nylar is right on top of him.
Sorry.
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's luck pointed now in the monitor.
Can a Disha get some cap as well, please? Can a Disha get some cap as well?
Yeah.
I'm not in my B-type vulture. Yikes.
Can you broadcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Command
Guys,
ships
don't bump the monitor.
expensive.
Can I get
hard enough to track as it is.
Shop. Taurus, cloak on the jump bridge, please, in here.
Okay. If they trying to come back in, the call was to cloak me on the answer blacks. They gonna take the answer blacks if they want to come back. Throw one bubble for the monitor.
Sure.
I'm good with cap, thanks.
Dodgy, let's go purple.
Need bubble. We need bubble.
Yeah, we need
just
bubble.
bubble that thing.
Yeah.
Everyone, when you're in a high damage range of the monitor, align there. Actually, just stay anchored on Adisha. I'm aligning there.
Yeah. Then I'm just cloaking up the Dictor. If they jumping in, then I'm just bubbling immediately and then buy some time.
Do we have eyes on their Ciblex system?
Yeah, I sent Taurus there.
Okay.
I'm in warp.
I still need eyes in 2v, by the way.
And that is like the big advantage, like eyes here, having an alt there and stuff like that. It's so fucking good. Even if you're bad at dual boxing or whatever, and you absolutely suck, just having an Dictor alt cloaked at some other system at their stage or whatever, and just watching local or the keep stuff grid, you know, when you're undocking, it's so much value.
Being nice, to be honest, so much fun.
Yeah, this was fun as shit, dude.
Thanks for killing the flycatcher, man.
And
I don't know where your mic volume.
Oh man, this
okay,
bush
I'm
at the
cloaked
beginning.
on the jump bridge.
Yeah, that bush.
The reason is why I burned back is a bit like if they are jumping into the there and they want to go to the grid, then they have to burn through the bubble.
That was fucking
That's why I burned a bit away.
That was fucking god tier bush.
Yeah, that was great. That fucking helped so much. Didn't have to fucking fleet on.
Okay,
Sorry,
the Serbs are warping to the jump bridge.
Okay. I guess we lost it for the battle report, dude. It's okay.
They getting out of
Pop the
system.
faggots and then we'll burn home. We got our fights.
Dibs on the corpse.
Links down, links down, links down, links down, links down, links down.
And yeah, just this is kind.
HP hole.
This is kind of the journey where I want us to go, and yeah.
It was Womp. Nice.
Yeah.
Was it Womp? No, it was just RC.
Some of them was.
Some of them were, yeah, it was RC.
I just declo. Yeah, I could have thrown a bubble there additionally, but it's like
set your desk 9 UI.
I was really, 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 really tired, and
Everyone, yes, perfect.
like,
Guys, everyone align 2v until you're out of bubble, please.
Just
yeah.
one dude in 2v.
It was
excellent.
It was a great fight and a great day.
Some logic being jumped
so
and
yeah.
into outside of follow. That you died.
Yeah, and what you also see in fleets or whatever, self-criticism is really, really, really important. Like being able, you can say this was bad, this was my mistake, and
I
whatever.
think it was a combination of some logic being jumped and voting into outside of follow that you died.
So
we were holding them essentially in like 10% hold.
Just do me a favor and apply that thing for SRP as a handout ship. Nobody should be in bubble at the moment. I see Matt Bus.
And yes, Snuffed Out has SRP.
Isaac gave it to me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to burn out.
I think that's no.
Yeah, no, that's fine. There is no try. There's just do.
Alright, he's out of the bubble.
I'm out.
Excellent. Okay. Everyone warp 2v.
Yeah, but yeah. So then I think the recording time is now over. Just some great fights with my commentary, and yeah, then I wish you a good evening, and then see you.